You bang the door and you're losing control. You kick the shoes and the back on the wall. You bang the door and you're losing control. You kick the shoes and the back on the wall. I get frightened and nothing's obvious. Nobody cares, but I hear your voice. I get frightened and nothing's obvious. Nobody cares, but I hear your voice. Yesterday's life will be never the same. It always seems like you're losing the game. Yesterday's life will be never the same. It always seems like you're losing the game. You bang the door and you're losing control. You kick the shoes and the back on the wall. You bang the door and you're losing control. You kick the shoes and the back on the wall. I get frightened and nothing's obvious. Nobody cares, but I hear your voice. I get frightened and nothing's obvious. Nobody cares, but I hear your voice. Yesterday's life will be never the same. It always seems like you're losing the game. Yesterday's life will be never the same. It always seems like you're losing the game.
Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice.
There is actually one thing I forgot to change. Just give me a second. forgot when I was doing the testing, I forgot to disable the main script, which was complete. And lock down.
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice.
So what I've done is, yes, it is a bit dark, but that is part of the experience. So I'm going to head up to security. So we're going to put the code in.
Access granted.
Remember to report all suspicious activity to your supervisor.
Access granted.
You are exempt from scrutiny. Stay paranoid. Stay vigilant.
Access granted.
All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
Need to put another one of those lights here. And there'll be a reason why there is a flashlight also. You'll see what this is in a minute. This is something I am testing. But the main things I've changed the panels a little bit, especially the third one here.
Warning, reactor core is at critical. All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown. Warning, core overheating. Nuclear meltdown imminent. Please prepare for emergency evacuation. Explosion imminent. Evacuate the facility immediately.
Now everything should work as intended to.
Warning, core overheating. Nuclear meltdown imminent.
Emergency power activated. Attention, core explosion imminent. Please evacuate Section 5.
So one of the problems we had was this panel wouldn't function properly, but it should function now as intended.
Warning, core overheating. Nuclear
Name is
meltdown
this
imminent.
one.
Reactor explosion in 4 minutes. Warning, core overheating. Nuclear meltdown imminent.
So the other thing I've been working on is this. So the main idea for this is
Attention, core explosion
when
imminent.
there is no
Please evacuate Section 5.
when there is no power to the lights, these would come on automatically. Now there is a group of them. So here is one of the control panels. So you won't see it very well. But if you always look at the panels, it will tell you what the state of the doors are currently. As soon as that green light triggers, the doors override and they open up automatically. Like that. Now, this panel never used to work. I had to change the coding on that. So that panel never used to work, so I had to sort the code out on that. I am going to be placing more of these emergency lights around and have them as one big group and just name each bulb like 1, 2, 3. Like if I take you to if I take you here, this is the lobby. That was the original backup lights that I added when the main power goes out. So now the override has failed, so the doors will then close back down. So if I take you back down to lower section somewhere, not in here, not in here because that's still under construction, but these panel lights are meant to go out like that. So they now have no power because it failed with the it failed, so that's why it's not worked. Now if I take you up to admin and control, once we get there, you'll probably notice that the main core used to be right in the middle. If I just show you quickly, the main core used to be here. Just get away from that. So you would know that the main core used to be here. I've now moved it from the middle section up to admin and control, and once we get up there I will show you. So this is obviously the main control panel for the facility. Oops. These are now where the core pads are. They are now shown inside the actual main area. Now some of the doors still don't have this panel. So as you can see here, the red means it's on standby, then it's initiated, and then it's activated. So if there's people stuck in sections that don't have this override indicator, you can always tell them through chat that what the current status of the doors are, just to give them a bit of guidance. So that's that main bit done. I've changed the sounds a little bit, as you know. There's none of that tsunami music because of obviously Roblox updating. Most of the audio files do not work anymore. Oh shoot. So obviously it still disconnects you even though you didn't blow up. But if I go to, oh hang on, let me just quickly turn on that. I come out of that. If I go here, I'm going to load up the workplace. So the reason why it's still private is because I'm still doing some work to the game. I'm just getting rid of like the coding that is not necessary in the game that's causing some of the lag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the brightness back up. Now the reason why I've set the lightness down is because if it's like it is now, these wouldn't really have any use of the facility. So yeah, so they're going to be a couple of these. They're not going to be like the originals where I'm completely lost. Just give me a second. Okay, so they're not going to be like as they are now, like in a folder. They're all going to be separate, but in one big model. I'm just trying to save up some space, so it doesn't make this look like a mess. Half of the stuff I'm not going to even touch, like the models, because there's no specific name for them. I'm not going to touch them because that might break the game, which then I'll have to revert to an older version and then have to redo the whole work again, which I don't really want to do because it's really awkward to do so. Now if I open up now, if handler, I've been playing around with this. So of course the firelight, which is the panel here, and the core point alarm is true, then the fire 1 sprinklers should initiate automatically. Now I've not tested them for a while, so actually before we do anything, no, actually we'll leave it as it is, and we're just gonna try them out. So if you've watched my previous streams about this game, you'd know that I added coding into the actual transponder itself. Now I've removed all of that extra coding from the transponder, and I've tried to implement it to when this gets pulled, they should turn on. They should. Now if you noticed with the fire alarm, because it's got a long sound like that, I know that there's an error somewhere. That's me finding a way. That's helping me know that there's an issue because of that long tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sort the coding around. Now if I go here, sprinkler on, so this is the main handler for the sprinklers for all of the individuals, because I don't know how to do IV in pairs, because IV in pairs for all of these is not going to be simple. It's going to be really difficult, so I'm just done it for simplicity. Yes, it's a long piece of code, but you won't be playing around with that. I will be. Obviously you'll just be the player that experiences the game, so all the coding is up to me, myself. So now that we know that there's an error with the if handler, so if, now I don't know if workspace, now what's this come up? Okay. So we're going to try that because it is in workplace, if I remember correctly. If initiating device call point alarm value equals true, then yeah. Because the folder is in workspace, it should, in fact, initiate the sprinklers as soon as that manual pull gets activated. Now, if the long tone still happens with the alarm panel, then there's still something wrong. So I am going to test this out again. Yeah, so there's an error still with the code because of that long continuous tone. Now I'm going to change it around a little bit because I've never played around with if handlers before, but if I just leave one equals true, then I'm going to try that. It's pretty much about debugging and finding out what's causing the problem. It's not always a simple task. So we'll try it again. So there's that continuous sound again. So there is something wrong with the if handler. I'm going to do a while true. Now we can probably bring that forward a little bit. And then add another end. Now there is no then do. Expected identifier when passing expression got then. Don't know what that means. It's not really informal, that. So we're just going to test it out.
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice.
Nope. So there is something wrong with this. Let's remove that. Can we have that underneath? Let me see. Okay, it's not showing up with any blue lines or red lines, so the coding should be working. But we'll soon find out.
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria.
Now we're going to test it and see what happens. No. Right. I'm going to have a look through the transponder. Actually, I'll take a quick look through this system. Why have we got an extra line there? No idea. Transponder. Yeah. Let's remove that. Because I think I removed the fire event from the game itself. Let me just know while it's there. Whoa. If workspace equals false, then wait. Do we need a wait on that other one? Let's try adding a wait. Oh, shoot. If wait. See if that does anything.
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice.
Now I've got a feeling it probably ain't gonna work again. Yep, I predicted that. I don't really want to make a separate system. Really don't want to. Because I want it to tie into the actual fire panel. I could have another pull station next to that one. So when you pull the alarm one, then you have the choice to pull the second one, which then activates the sprinklers. But that's what I was not trying. I was trying to avoid that. Let's try something else. So we can try that. I've added an if statement into the actual main script itself. So theoretically what should happen is, as soon as someone pulls that call point and the alarm is true, then it should wait 5 seconds, that is. Then it should disable the actual sprinkler script itself. So when it does that, then this should read saying sprinkler on disabled. Oh, it's false on disable. Then I'm going to wait 1 and then I'm just going to turn the sprinklers on. That's what it should do. I'm probably going to predict that it's not going to work again.
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to do it. Right. What if I do this? Firelight. Um. Firelight dot odor dot audible dot disabled equals false. Then so now if workspace firelight code audible relay disabled false, then wait workspace dot fire one dot sprinkler on dot disabled false, wait else game dot workspace dot firelight code audible relay disabled true, do game workspace firelight sprinklers true. I'm gonna try with a different panel. But first,
Don't forget, today is pizza day. So head on down to the cafeteria to grab yourself a hot slice. yourself a hot slice. Forget, today is pizza day, so head on down to Slice.
So that's going to be it for me for now. Just be sure to make sure you stay updated, because more updates will be coming out. If you enjoyed the stream, then please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you all on the next one.
open the